Hey, my name is Ryan Acosta, software engineer, full stack developer, React, Ruby on Rails, Golang, that kind of stuff. And today's video, the first ever video for this channel, is going to be about coding and money, and specifically how I made 50 grand in 3 months while I was still learning to code. And hopefully you can replicate this in your learning path. Because wouldn't it be nice to have an extra 50 grand while you're still like less than a novice? So let me give you some context. That way you can better understand where I'm coming from and see how you can apply this for yourself. So before being a full-fledged developer, I was in real estate investment, in the investment space, basically acquiring investment properties, handing them over to investors, and just making my money off the transactions, commission work. Pretty standard stuff. So I wanted a way to make more money. So I paid $1,000 boot camp for Grant Cardone. Love him or hate him, the boot camp served its purpose. I turned that $1,000 into I think $48,000, give or take, a couple $100. So love him or hate him, he made me money. Thank you, Grant. And honestly, I only attended the first meeting because the first meeting was all I needed to hear. Like, that helped me tackle what was right in front of me. And oftentimes when people are learning like a new thing, they want to go straight to, okay, I'm learning guitar. Boom, what's the most badass solo? Oh, I'm learning how to make money. Boom, what's the best tax strategy so you don't pay a fucking dime? Or what's the best investment strategy? Like, no. Slow your horses. You want to play guitar? Learn to play a note. You want to make money? Learn to make $1. All right, don't worry about all this extra stuff. That comes later. So in this first meeting, he said what I needed to hear for my next step, which was increase your output, like 10x. 10x your effort, because it takes 10 times more effort than you think to produce one desirable result. And so with that, like, okay, well, I'm pretty much maximized on what I can do as one person, so I think I need to hire people. And he famously says, people aren't a liability, they're an investment, right? You hire someone and they do work for you, you make money. But so I went down that route. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be a manager, not really something I wanted to do. I wanted to be on the front lines of work, not looking at spreadsheets. So I let them all go. Well, there's 2 of them from the Philippines, virtual assistants, great people, great girls. So I was like, okay, well, I remembered in college, I was actually a CS major for a little bit before I switched over to philosophy, because I thought I wanted to be a real estate attorney, because that's where the money is. That was such a stupid thing for me to do. But anyway, so I went back to coding. It's like, okay, I can automate a lot of this bullshit work, crunching numbers, looking for properties, analyzing deals, putting together contracts, emailing people, because I type myself. If I went balls to the walls, I could probably put together a whole cycle from analysis to sending a proposal in about 8 minutes. And if I grind that shit out, that's like, I can do 50, 60 in a day, which is pretty tedious, pretty monotonous work. So like, I can automate all this bullshit. So I picked up Python. I was really annoyed by having to consider spacing. And at the time, I didn't know that there were formatters for, like VS Code or IDEs that could handle that for you. So I was like, forget this, is annoying. Went to JavaScript. JavaScript syntax is pretty damn complicated if you're brand new. Like if you want to iterate over an object, it's like object dot the thing dot, values dot for each, and then fat arrow, then your block of code that does the thing for as many times as there are things in that object. Which, if you're brand new, that syntax is kind of nuts. So, and then I tried Ruby, a supposed dead language. That was very simple for me to read, very simple for me to understand, and iterating over the exact same object was object.each do, and then your block of code. Very simple shit. So I stuck with that, and it took me about a month to figure out how to automate all this stuff, because I didn't know what I was doing. And a lot of development work is Googling. And a lot of Googling is knowing how to ask the right question. I did not know how to ask the right questions. So it took me a long time to find the right answers. But I got it together and I did it. I went on Craigslist and I found some investors. I emailed them, got in contact with them, and then they became my clients because I'm just that charming with people. And millionaires, by the way, well, I'll talk about on this channel how to like be really good, how to sell yourself. I really think that's one of my superpowers. But anyway, and within a couple of months, I was writing my script, and I went from doing like 40, 50, 60 outreaches a day to like hundreds in minutes. And that allowed me to focus on the money-making activities, phone calls, follow-ups, negotiation, closing, like all that sort of shit. Really nice. It's really nice going to the bank, seeing the teller's attitude go, oh, hello, sir. Immediately change after check, 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 check. I'd like to deposit these. All of a sudden going from like, oh, hello, how can I help you, to like, oh my God, hi. Standing up straight and like being nice to you. And it's fucking nice. I'll tell you, it's nice. And a cute girl goes from treating you just like from any other person to like, I want this guy's babies. Like, that's really nice. Anyway, yeah, so I did that. And then a few months down the road, after continuing to cash my checks, I was like, I can continue to run this script almost in perpetuity, or I can go deeper into the software shit and like learn how to build a badass system. So that's what I did. COVID hit and it allowed me all my investors backed off. And they were scared, which is the biggest mistake they ever made, because like real estate went through the roof during that time. Money was damn near free to borrow and invest with. They fucked up, but it's fine. It allowed me to pivot and to really focus on coding. And that's what I did. I wrote 80 lines of Ruby, this dead-ass language, automated a lot of my work that wasn't money-making work for me. So if you have like a part of your job doesn't make you money, that's not the thing that like gets you over the finish line, then learn to code, man, and automate all that bullshit. Or if you're a businessman and there's a part of your staff that doesn't really make you money, but just like moves shit around the place, like hire a developer or learn to code yourself. It's fun, I promise you. And just focus on the money-making activities. Like if you had an extra 50 grand by January, by March, wouldn't you be happy? Right? This video is going too long. It's going off topic, but like, subscribe for content like this. My name is Ryan Acosta, software developer. First video ever. How did it go? Did I do a shitty job? I don't know. I didn't have a script. I was going off the cuff. All right, later. Didn't go off.